I realized that. So I understand that that's what it's going to be. I'm going to have cars that's going to sit. I have my friend, he got 49 cars. My other friend, Al, AJ, my man, Mr. Jefferson of Jefferson's Cafe, 2 locations on Day Street in Orange, New Jersey. Another location on Mapes Avenue, Maple. The man got like 49 cars. That's my mentor. My other friend, Al, AJ and Computers, Bloomfield, New Jersey. That man got about 21 or 22 cars last time I checked. I'm coming in last place right now. I got 7. I'm such a loser amongst my friends. I'm a loser. With 7 cars, I'm a loser. With 7 cars, they're looking at me like, 7 cars. Chris, get your money up. Yeah. But I'm real strategic in how I'm buying my cars. So I have an electric car. I was going to trade my Nissan Leaf. I was going to get rid of it, but I'm just going to keep it. Ain't no sense in me getting rid of it. It's an electric car. I want to have an electric car in the lineup. It's perfect. It's new. It's perfect. So I got an electric car. I'm looking for a hybrid. So I was looking for every year. Last year I brought 2 cars. I bought the BMW X3 and the BMW Z4. So every year I buy 2 cars. That's what I'm beginning to think. So I'm buying so the way you buy cars is I buy cars in a very strategic manner. So I have an electric car. I have a 4-cylinder. I have a 6-cylinder. I have an 8-cylinder. I have a 12-cylinder. I don't have a 10-cylinder. So I'm looking at saying by the end of this year, probably end up getting a Dodge Viper, just so I can say I got a 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder, 8-cylinder, 10-cylinder, 12-cylinder. But then there's the types of cars. There's hybrid, electric, gas, and diesel. So I have the gas, I have the electric, I don't have a hybrid or a diesel. So I'm just letting y'all in on how I think and how I buy cars. So I was debating, I was looking at the Ford Fusion Hybrid. The Ford Fusion Hybrid. Why the Ford Fusion Hybrid? Because the Ford Fusion Hybrid it's really the Toyota Prius drivetrain wrapped around a Ford Fusion's body. So it's bigger. It don't get as good a gas mileage, but it's bigger, much more function. So I was looking to get a hybrid. So I was in negotiations to get a 2019 Ford Fusion Hybrid. And so I was talking to the guy, and then lo and behold, at the very last minute, I went and looked at the car Friday night, because I always go look at the cars when the dealership is closed. I was like, yep, I want the car. So then I went to go see the car Saturday, and I was like, cool. All right. And what I always tell individuals is I'm from out of state, so it gives me leeway, and it helps with the negotiations, because I'm telling them I'm coming way from another state, so you gotta give me something for that. So then I verbally talk a deal. Then I say I'll be back Monday, and we put that deal in ink. Well, Sunday, to my surprise, I found an X5 diesel. And so I got the X3. I have 6 BMWs now, but I have the X3, the Z4, the K1200 BMW bike, and then the 6 Series, 7 Series, and 8 Series. But I was like, if I was to get an X5, then I'll have the X3, Z4, the X5, my 6 Series, 7, and 8. I'll have all the number sequences, except 1 and 2, but I really don't want them. So Sunday, X5 diesel falls into my grasp, and I'm like, wow. And the reason why I switched to getting a diesel, because with a diesel, diesel trucks have a higher towing capacity. With a higher towing capacity, I'll be able to If I move, I can move it. I went online. There's a dude with a 20-foot trailer hooked up to an X5 diesel. I'm like, dang. And he's like, I'm towing over 8,000 pounds. He opens up the thing. He got a car in there, 2 motorcycles. I'm like, damn, he towing all that with an X5? And I'm just watching videos on. So Sunday, I spent my day watching videos on X5 diesels. And it was like, the car you need to have. Oh my God, if you don't get this, something wrong with you. You would never believe this car. It's faster than some sports cars. And I'm just listening to all the things on it. So Monday, I went and talked to the negotiation with the X5. So I got a credit card with a $3,000 limit. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. So I got a credit card with a $3,000 limit. I got one with a $5,000 limit, but that's a prepaid. That was not a prepaid. It was a secured, and I'm closing that card out and getting my $5,000 back. I got that credit card back in like 2012. So I'm like, give me my money back. You never even offered me a regular card. You never did nothing. I did with Navy Federal, and they gave me. I started with a $800 on the secured just to get in the door, and every 3 months they went. After a year, they upped it to $1,000 and gave me my $800 back. Then every year they gave me a $1,000 increase. So now I'm up to $3,000. So I got a $3,000. Anyway, I put the payment on the card. I paid the card off yesterday after what I charged Monday. So I'm going back today and I'm gonna charge another $3,000. And I called him up and I said, "Hey man, what time you gonna be there today?" He said, I'll be there at 10. Well, I didn't call him. I'm negotiating with him through the messenger that they sent me for the dealership. And I said, hey, I'm gonna be there today and put another $3,000 on the car. I told him, I'll pick the car up next Monday because like I said, I'm out of state. I got to figure out how I'm gonna get here. And he said, okay. So he said, oh, okay. You still gonna pick it up Friday? So I finally broke down and told him what I was doing. I said, listen, man. I'm paying for this card on my credit card because I want the rewards points. And he just bust out laughing. I said, yeah, so I'm going to pay this. I'm going to put the $3,000 on it today. Then I'm going to pay it right off. And then I'm going to put $3,000 on it tomorrow. Put $3,000 on it. I'm going to charge the $3,000 on the card today. Then tomorrow when it releases or whatever, I'm going to come give you another $3,000 tomorrow, Thursday. I'm going to pay it right off again. And then when I come pick it up Friday, I'm going to have I'll owe $4,000. I'll put $3,000 on the card and give you $1,000 in cash. And I'm like, that's how I'm doing it. I'm only doing this to get the rewards points. So I'm kind of happy that I woke up today and said Wednesday, two more days. But enough of that. It's a beautiful truck, nice white interior. It's a beautiful truck. And it's a diesel is a great addition to the lineup. But we're going to talk about something today. What's up, everybody? You are here. And I'm going to tell y'all what I didn't mean to do. Let me see. I'm going to tell y'all what I didn't mean to do. I didn't mean why isn't this thing?
Women really making it hard.
Okay, I see what I did. All right, it's okay. I meant to go live on my other one, but I did it on this one. But it's okay. All right, but I'm gonna talk about something today. Drop this on you guys. Once again, Kevin says, I'm in Chesapeake fighting Title 4D, now waiting for the judge Supreme Court designate. Yeah, you should have did a consultation with us, and we could have told you how to move forward. No offense to you or anybody with an attorney. I don't believe in attorneys. A lot of you guys, you think you got an attorney helping you. Then when you start telling me what your attorney is doing, and then I say, your attorney said that? Well, why didn't your attorney say this? And then things start going sideways, and you start realizing, oh man, my attorney is straight doing it to my bunhole. But okay, after all that, 17 minutes in, we finally gonna get to why you are here. People, I am the type of person that I'm not stubborn. I am just adamant about what I believe because I'm not the type of person to really comment on anything when I see the first time it happening. I'm the type of person that I will comment on something after I had ample proof, after I seen it and said, oh. And then when I finally speak on it, individuals think that because he never said nothing about it before, he is just speaking. And then when I start talking, I start gurgitating all this information, and they're like, oh, and then they get overwhelmed. And then it's the shut up status from then on. But here's what I'm getting at. As a 56-year-old man, the reason why women are in the state of mind that they're in now is because they have been catered to for over 3 decades. For the last 30 years. So if you are 25, this is what you grew up seeing women. I seen the change. I remember at 56 years old, I remember the day I went to kindergarten. I remember 1973. I remember when I used to get chased home from school. I remember going to school too in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I got a memory, and this is why when I start talking about things, people be like, "No, I don't have to Google nothing. I remember all this. I remember watching the change." People, I remember the first time this dude named Kasim. 12th Street, I lived on 12th Street, Newark, New Jersey. I remember in 1984, when that dude got robbed for his sneakers. And we was all shocked, like, they robbed you for your sneakers? You cannot look in the 70s. You cannot go back to the 70s. You cannot go back to the 60s and 70s. And somebody said they got robbed for their sneakers. If go ask your granddaddy. If you got a granddaddy that's in their 70s and 80s, say, Grandpa, have anybody ever got robbed for their sneakers? I don't know if they got robbed for their sneakers. What the hell don't do that for? I remember the first time people got robbed for their sneakers, in the early 80s. About 83, 84. I think it was 84. And we was like, what? I remember these females were standing at the bus stop, and one of them had a leather skirt on. Car rolled up and said, yo, take that skirt off. Stole her leather skirt at the bus stop. Right? This is what the times have changed. So I can look at, and I can actually take that and apply it to what I've seen, the change in women. And the biggest reason why women talk the trash that they talk, the reason why women think that they are as strong as they are, is because of government programs. This is why every time they talk about correcting and changing and reform for government programs, the first people that started barking are females. The first females that start barking when they start talking government reform, females. And the reason why they start barking, the reason why females be the first ones to start barking, is because their life and success is predicated on a very large percentage of programs. Why is this thing going off and on? Are you serious? Dang. A lot of their success is predicated on these female programs. These women will sit down here and say, I'm this, I'm that, I'm all these things. And their whole existence and their whole, all their strength is predicated on federal programs. Remember when How to Survive in South Central came out, and Ice Cube said in the song, but if you need some affection, mate, make sure that ain't no Section 8, because if so, that's a monkey hoe, and you can't survive in South Central. So he said, but if you need some affection, mate, make sure that ain't no Section 8. Now, this is 91, 92, and it was on the Boys in the Hood soundtrack. I think it was on track number 4? No, it's track number 2. How to Survive in South Central. Anyway, now, 30 years later, 40 years later, 30 years later, since the 90s, 30 years later, we are now looking at women claiming that they are strong in everything, and all of their strengths is based on social federal programs. This is why I'm not going to sit down there and go back and forth with no woman about how strong they are. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I will, listen, y'all, listen. There is no way on this planet, no way on this planet, you cannot find logic in the unlogical. You can't. Let me say that again. You cannot find logic in the unlogical. You can't. You can't. If you think that you're going to sit down there and say, you know what? I'm going to sit down here and I'm going to get into a deep discussion with an unlogical person. Because when we sit down there and we talk to people that are loopy, we say, hey, you think so? Yeah. Okay, yeah. But y'all don't do that. Y'all don't do that very thing when y'all sit down there and y'all converse with these women that are. So our President Donald Trump signed into office. You got 2 years to be on Section 8. Then you got to get the up out of here. So let's talk about that for a second. Remember, y'all, I charge $1 to watch my live stream. I charge $1. You can look into a rap below the comments and you see that $sign. You can give me my $1 via Super Chat. You can look below the video and you can give me my $1 via my Cash App, via Cash App Cooley. So you can look at that money sign and be a Super Chat cat. Or you can look below the video and you'll see my Cash App. You can be a Cash App Cooley. Or you can just hit that thumbs up button. That thumbs up button is your fee. All right, just hit it. Just touch it. Click it. Touch it. It's so nice. So, if I was to lose my job, think about this. And this is the parallels as to why they was giving illegals all the money that they was giving them. Right? Individuals will sit down there and they'll try and wonder. This is what they'll do. They'll try and wonder, hey, why do they give illegals stuff but don't give the American people? Why do they give? You give to be in good favor. If I think I got you, ain't no reason to give you. You know, let me say that again. You only give to get in good favor. If I got you, ain't no reason to give you nothing. So the Democrats' plan was to do what they've done so well to black women. All the Democrats did was said, hey, listen, this thing worked on black women. Black women said, hey, look, they will get rid of their own lifeline. They won't walk at one with their husband for a federal program. Right? And you will agree with that, yeah? So the Democrats then took this perspective and narrative So they said, well, this worked on black women. So why not say, hey, listen, this worked on black women, so we're going to try this. So they went and they gave all these illegals, because once again, they wanted to be in good faith. They wanted to show favor. So everybody was up at arms. Why y'all giving? Why y'all giving? Well, we should have said that same thing when it came to women. Why are y'all giving them? But we didn't. We became so immune to the fact that these individuals are weak. We became so immune to the fact that these individuals can't do nothing without help. And then we just became so immune to it. As opposed to saying, why are you giving them? We glossed over that. And this is why families went to trash. The black community has a non-existence. Yesterday I watched a video of a 16-year-old that got convicted of murder, and he just cried. He bucked down and cried like a nice biatch. He just didn't expect himself to be accused, or he didn't expect any type of recourse to his actions. He thought that he was supposed to have gotten off for free. That's what he thought. He said, hey, I can get off, I thought, but as an individual that was born in the 60s, I watched my dad invoke, go ahead if you want to, on my brothers and me. I want to be clear about something. I watched my oldest brother talk to my mom real slick, took a weightlifting pole, and said some slick stuff to my mom. She didn't know she had my dad on the bat phone. When my brother did that, she said, oh, really? Todd, your son just lifted up a pole, act like he wanted to hit me. And they didn't have cell phones then. I don't know how my dad got the call and popped up at the house and put a whooping on us. So guess what? I was fearing my parents. I was in fear of my parents. But what we seen was an absence of fathers, so there's no fear of the mother. Hey, listen, my ex-girlfriend and I talk. She has a beautiful dog. The dog was given to her by one of her supervisors because the dog bit the baby in the face, and they was going to take him and have him put down, and she took him. The dog bit her twice, drew blood and everything. She's wondering why the dog is not falling in line. I can walk Quattro off leash. I can walk Quattro just like I had Diamond when I had my other boxer Diamond. I can walk him off leash. She's wondering why her dog is not listening to her. She's at awe at how when I walk around, I can walk my dog off leash. She's at awe about that. All it takes is discipline. Discipline is nothing more than helping whatever it is you're trying to impose your discipline to. There are consequences outside of what I tell you to do. And this is what you see with these children. No consequences outside of what they do. Their actions, they are exempt from any type of discipline. However, this is because all these programs was put into place and black women opted into the programs instead of fathers for their children. And then Donald Trump came along and said, you got too comfortable with these programs. You get 2 years for welfare. Now, I'm sorry, Section 8, cutting welfare, whatever. So let's break down the wrong in this. There isn't any. There isn't any. I want to be clear. When I work and I get laid off, I get 6 months of unemployment and I can apply for extension. That's it. But the reason why I'm not getting is the same reason why I told y'all they gave to illegals and why they give to women. You only give to be in favor. If I know you're a worker, I'm not going to set you up to start sitting on your ass. I'm not doing that. So they say if you're working, no, we don't want to give you too much. We don't want to turn you into we don't want you on the other team. We don't want you on a team of sit down. So when it comes to workman's comp, you get 30 days of workman's comp. If you get injured on a job, you get 30 days of workman's comp, and then you get what they call COP after that, continuation of pay. You apply for that. But everything is limited. But welfare, not limited. Food stamps, not limited. The Democrats did an excellent job of saying, hey, you know what? We want to keep all this stuff on record so we can keep individuals in favor. And people, I'm going to tell you, because I don't care, it's easy to get a woman in your favor. Just tell them creatures what they want to hear. All you got to do with a creature is say, hey, listen, you can have as many babies as you want. We got a program for you. Oh, that's right. That thug. Come on. Put that rubber away. Why are you trying to use a rubber on this good, wholesome coochie? I cracked myself up. This is what's going on, and you've seen this being repeated for the last 30 years. You've seen it. Yes, you did. Shut up. You've seen it. Shut up. You've seen this happen, and now individuals are saying, well, wait a minute. There's something going on here. There's a high outgo. There's a high money outgo. This is what this current administration is saying. This is what they're saying. I want y'all to listen to what the hell I'm talking about. I want y'all to listen to me. Check this out. What this administration is simply saying, this is all. Hey, look at right here. There's a high outgo of money. A high outgo. People, I want to be clear about something. I mean crystal clear. I am numb to people's problems. I'm numb to it. I'm numb to your hard times. At 56 years old, this is where I'm at now. When I was coming up, I probably was like most of you in your youth. Oh, you shouldn't talk about this. Oh, man, no, listen. Out of everybody that I've seen in my life, and there's no other time but in my life, correct? I think you would agree with that. Out of everybody that I've seen in my life that hit hard times, only one have seen hard times due to something that they can't control. My friend Anthony was a functioning adult. He got hit in a car accident, hit right in the B pillar, hit his head. His head was swelled up. They had tubes going up in his brain, and it was just fluid coming out of his brain. And now he's all messed up. I was like, I never seen somebody go from a healthy person to like that. I didn't know that can happen to you. Talk all like that now. He's the only one that I seen in my life that is hitting hard times that had absolutely nothing to do with them hitting hard times. Everyone, and I mean everyone else that I've seen that hit hard times, it's their fault. Their fault. Heard what I just said? Are you listening tonight? It's their fault. Everybody else that I've seen that hit hard times, it's their fault. At 56 years old, I'm talking about. I couldn't say this when I was 40. Hell, I wasn't even thinking about it 5 years ago. I am saying at 56 years old, I am seeing people that, my oldest brother, 62 years old, finally getting it together. Every time I talk to that dude, yeah, man, I'm at work. Yeah, man, I'm at work. Bro, that was 40 years ago, man. That's 40 years ago, bro. That was back, you should have been working back in the 80s, man. You was in your 20s and 80s. Now you finally decide to get it work. I think if you add up all the times that my brother worked in the 62 years he was living, it probably equaled up to about 9 months. You heard what I just said. I'm not exaggerating. If anything, I'm giving him some months. If you add up all the times my brother worked in his 62 years of living, it probably equaled up to 9 months. Now, all of a sudden, he's 62 years old. He proud of the fact, oh, I got a job. Let me start rocking. I got a job. Oh, man, hey, man, when you reached out to me, I was at work. I be working. Yeah. I be busting at work. You should have been doing that 40 years ago. You 62 years old now. My brother, his wife, 60. My brother, his wife retired. My other brother retiring. I'm retired. 60 years old, still humping around. Still. You 62 years old and you pulling a Bobby Brown. You still humping around. You still humping it. You still humping. You still humping to go to work. Oh, I gotta go to work. You 62. I crack myself up. I do. Shoot. Take heed, all you young muckers out listening. Take heed to what I'm talking about. You better take heed to it. Take heed to it. Take heed to it. These women running around here on these social programs, you're going to realize Donald Trump is doing you a favor saying you got a 2-year limit. 2 years. You're going to realize that man doing you a favor. You don't see it now, but wait till you get old. If there's any woman now, any woman, you know guys, know any women on welfare, share this video. Send this video to them. And tell them at the 31-minute mark or the 38-minute mark, you say, just pay attention to that part. He doing you a favor. I'm seeing it. I see it in my mama. I see it in my aunt. I see all these individuals that just said they're going to spend their life just around putting things in place that don't mean a darn thing. Now they get old and they need help. And I can laugh at them. I don't need no help. I'm good. I secured my existence at 39 years old. I'm 56. I retired when I was 39 years old. I told the military, hey, listen, I gotta go. Honestly, I had to, because of my back, I'm better off now than I was then, because I would tell you guys over and over again. I started grounding. If you don't know what that is, it's when you take your shoes off and walk on grass. I started grounding about 5 years ago. All of my back pains went away. Just disappeared. If you don't understand grounding, do it. You're looking at somebody right now that understand it. I did it. It's powerful. It helped me. I couldn't even do squat. I hadn't done squat in 25 years. I can squat now because I ground. Grounding is serious. Return yourself back to the earth. Get those pulses of all those electric lightnings that keep striking the earth that goes through your body, and put all your pH levels right. Do well by you. Another video. But I'm telling you, Donald Trump is doing all these handout hoes. He doing them a favor. They don't see it now. And if you out there thinking that, yo, I'm trying to get over, wait till you get old. I'm telling you, I'm up here 56 years old and I've never seen, listen, there isn't an Eddie Murphy skit. There isn't an Eddie Murphy joke I ever seen funnier than the people that I see now that I grew up with that just was total absent and oblivious to time. It was on chicks that was on welfare. It is a shame. I was talking to an individual that was 63 years old about 2 weeks ago. Still don't got a bank account because her mess up. She all in, the check system's all messed up. 63 years old. Spent all her time just being wild. It's amazing. It really is. You don't see it because you're younger. I'm telling you, when you get 50, ooh, God dang, the vision that you get now, and you're gonna have regret or you're gonna be laughing. Y'all already know which one I'm doing, right? Because everything is ha-ha. Like, I crack myself up. Everything is ha-ha funny to me. So when I look back and I see all these women on Section 8, welfare and all that, think they get in the bag, all these riddles, it's getting worse in the future. Time is not going to afford you to be able to waste time. AI, robots, everything. The world that we've seen is not going to exist. The work world is not going to exist. This is why the government is smart enough now. Start dumping all these social programs now. Because you will not. There's an influx of people needing them later. I promise you. If you ain't got no talent, I feel sorry for you. Like I said, in the future, I'm going to end it with this. I'm going to tell you what you're going to see amongst women of color. Everybody going to become therapists, massage therapists. Let me tell you right now. The two things you're gonna see the influx of with black women. I got a cleaning business, and I'm a massage therapist. Why a cleaning business? They want to come to your home and see your layout. And a massage therapist, because they're gonna be massaging your legs, and they're gonna start. They're gonna be massaging your legs, and then all of a sudden you're gonna hear, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, oh yeah, you ain't gotta worry, you can park that nut in my mouth. Oh, you swallow? I got it. I'm trying to I want you to tell your friends. You know that's what's gonna happen. They listen. The government is getting rid of all these programs. Think about it. The government getting rid of all these programs. So what do they got to do? So listen, it's coming back around. Before, women did everything to satisfy a man because they wanted to get in the graces, they wanted to be under the tutelage and under the gracious comforts of a man, right? Now all of a sudden, but what happened? The government said, "Oh, you don't need a man. Come to us." So they went to the government and was like, "I don't need y'all." You know the talk. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. Now the government's saying these programs are no longer available. So what are the women going to do? Oh, no longer available? Oh, I better go back to and dick. I better go back to it. So it's always they will always find a life source. Yeah. They always gonna need a life source. So listen, what I'm telling you. Listen. Massage therapists, I'll be the first to tell you. Massage therapists, cleaning business. Oh, I got a cleaning business. They're going to have cleaning businesses because they want to come to your house. Cleaning businesses because they want to come to your house. That's what the cleaning business is for. They want to come to your house and then be cleaning, and they're going to come there with some booty shorts on, see how your setup is, this and all that, and then be like, girl, I'm straight. Girl, they're gonna come out with new terms. Girl, go straight to your knees when you go to his house. What's that? Oh, I know that's right, girl. Yep, girl, go straight to you, girl. You're gonna be seeing all kind of videos they're gonna be making talking about some. My mouth is a great penis storage. You're going to see all these businesses. A mouth sperm collector. They're going to be trying to, all these names so they come on a scrutiny. I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. When these programs, remember, influx of programs, no need for men. Programs going down, back to high need for men. That's what's going to happen. All right? Remember, I'm the first to tell you. Remember, I'm the first to tell you. You heard it here first. In the future, black women, because white women, they go to college, and Puerto Rican women, they turn themselves over to a man when they're in their teens. You ain't gonna find no 21-year-old Puerto Rican girl looking like Shaquita do with her tight, no waist and big giant butt. You ain't gonna find a Puerto Rican like that. You ain't never gonna find a Puerto Rican like that single. You just don't see them. But these black chicks, oh, I gotta keep this ass out in the street. Girl, I gotta keep this ass out in the street. That's all gonna, I'm telling you, that's all gonna change. That's all gonna change. So thank Donald Trump. Let's get rid of these programs and let's get these chicks back on their knees where they need to be. No, hold on, let me hold on. Hold on a second. Just give me a minute. Hold on. What I meant to say, let's get these chicks back on their knees where they needs to be.